Find your seats, please. Great, thank you. We're trying to keep there's 12 presentations from the graduate track, and so it's a long day. Appreciate all of you that have come out today to support these amazing students. As you can see from the presentations you've seen, they've worked very, very hard at that. For most of you that weren't here a little bit earlier, the McGinnis Venture Competition is not just today. It actually starts when school opens at our entrepreneurship boot camp, and we introduce the concept to the incoming students. We have a Connects workshop series that gets them prepared for what they need to this plan to put together a really good pitch. If they sign up by our early deadline at December 1st, they get matched with a coach that is in their industry that has experience. And then there's 3 rounds. This is the 3rd round. The first 2 rounds are virtual. So many of you in the audience have been coaches and mentors and early round judges. Thank you so, so much. We really, really appreciate it. We actually have an undergraduate team playing up the graduate division. Kind of like Duquesne actually making the NCAA. I'm sorry, any Duquesne grad. I was just a joke, right? I love this company because every morning I wake up and I have Mycelium. It's actually Metamucil, but Coleman and Lloyd have an incredible team, and we're really anxious to have them present what they're doing today.
So, hey everyone, thanks for being here. I'm Coleman Eisner. This is my co-founder Lloyd Brooks from Mycelium Sports. And at Mycelium, we're building the largest library of human movement footage data on the planet by working with 50,000. We will be working with 50,000 content creators across the United States to help them make their content 20 times faster to earn an extra $2,000 a month. So out of curiosity, who here has heard of ESPN? Okay, that's basically 100% of the room naturally. The other day, Dave and I were actually looking at buying the media rights to some college football games until we realized that ESPN is spending $7.3 billion to broadcast 7 games a year. I don't know if you can tell by the fact that I'm up here pitching in front of you. I don't yet have the $7 billion price tag to buy that footage, but my co-founder Lloyd and I actually have experience in a sports media market whose footage is going to be even more useful to us on our path to becoming the largest sports media producer in the world. So let's look at the narrow problem we're solving with creators like EJ. So EJ is paying $100 a month for the pilot version of our product. And like 70 of 75 creators that we spoke to, his biggest problem is the 20 hours a week that he spends breaking down his footage and editing it to make his sports highlights. This prevents him from earning an extra $2,000 in revenue, and speed is 10 out of 10 importance for these creators. If they don't get their videos done by that night or the next morning, they're not going to get any views. The solution to this to make content faster is Mycelium. So we can see our demo in action here. They can upload their file. We're specialized to handle the massive footage demands of these types of creators, sometimes up to 100 gigabytes a night. Then our specialized AI models go through, pull out key clips like this one that they might want to include in their videos. This is actually the bulk of the time saving, so they don't have to watch through all of their content. Then the next phase that we're building right now is outputting it into a video editor, letting them make their adjustments on it inside of the app to produce incredible videos like this that put clips like these. This is a real clip. And the 3 things I want to pull out from this are the easy uploading that we enable, identifying those clips at that speed and scale, and then editing in minutes is really our slam dunk instead of hours for creating this content. So the massive value creation that we're really excited about that he unlocks, like I said, is that 20 times speed. That saves him 20 hours a week. That's half his work week. That lets him earn at least an extra $2,000 a month on the videos he sells, and he can beat non-Mycelium users to market with his footage. And what we're really excited about is our target market. So there's 50,000 of those sports content creators, 2,500 sports media companies. And the thing to keep in mind here is that at the high school level, there's 8,000 football games a week. At the professional level, there's 16. That means every week we will be collecting 500 times as much data from games with tens of thousands of creators telling us what the best highlights to make on that footage are. And that's the insight that's going to let us win at that scale as we go into media production. And we know the right way to go is through these creators. So this is TK. He's another customer paying $100 a month for his pilot, for our pilot. He is the fastest growing creator in Cleveland. He's been advocating for us at all of the games. We also have Pascu Creative Group. So they're a sports media company working for the NFL and the University of Akron, who's actually playing in Pittsburgh today. They signed a $7,200 LOI with us to use our product for at least a year. And they meet with us every week to give us feedback. And he wants us to be used in all 40 of the NFL's media markets. So we're really excited to have them as a key partner. And the media we're addressing with all, or the market we're addressing with all of this is sports media. So we can capture 1.1 billion, which is either selling this product to those creators or hiring those creators to make our own content. This matches up our bottom-up analysis, $100 a month for those pilots that we're running. Eventually, they'll earn an extra $2,000 a month, which we think we can charge up to because we're making that content 20 times faster. And then that scales up to 1.2 billion a year. So we're also differentiated and defensible. So Mycelium pulls away from these other video editors or media production companies with our one-click AI editing that lets us create that content at 20 times scale, specialized for sports and able to handle that large footage. And then to pull away from other sports analysis companies, that's where we focus on that high volume, engaging content that viewers want to watch, rather than just like Huddle or others making content for coaches to use with their teams. And we also have privacy tools and bias reduction for youth athletes. Now, we're the team to do it. So Lloyd built the largest youth and amateur sports media company in Northeast Ohio. We've been taking a lot of his insight. I worked on computer vision and AI projects at CMU, studying business and computer science. This is the second startup we've worked on together, and we're really excited to work again. And then we have an incredible team, some of whom are here, who have helped us build this pilot over the last couple of months. Over the summer, we want to expand to 100 creators. By the end of the year, 1,000. And this is what's building us that infrastructure to get that data and get the insights from them as we improve our models. So we're asking for 25,000 to build and deliver this product, this first MVP over the summer, but also introductions or early customers. So we're Mycelium Sports. We're helping America's 50,000 sports content creators make their content 20 times faster. That's going to help us build the largest video library of human movement data on the planet and the insight into how editing should work to become the largest media producer in the world for sports. So thank you all.
Can you please go back to the slide about customer costs?
Yes.
So you're saying you would charge $2,000 a month for people to use this product, but it also looks like you said that they lose about $2,000 a month not using it. So what incentive do they have to use your products if they're going to be bringing home the same amount of money?
So to be more specific about this, this is kind of what we think we can charge up to. So we estimate we'll sell at least one video a night for the product that we can build within a year. And they sell those for an average of $125. The rest of their content we're making at 20 times speed for them. So really the value that we're creating for them is that 20 times speed. So now they don't have to edit in their cars after the game. That's part of what they're willing to pay for in addition to that revenue. So that's kind of the cap we put on what we think we can charge.
Could you take a minute and educate us a little bit about the market that they are selling into? Like who's buying these clips? Like where is going to be the most adoption of the products that you're
So the
designing?
people with the biggest problem are these self-employed creators, the 50,000 of those. So they go to 4 to 5 games a week. Sometimes they will work with a specific player. So they'll sell the players those videos for a couple $100s. Many of them also have contracts with high schools, or like we mentioned, Pascu Creatives, he has contracts with the NFL and the University of Akron. So part of this is just making content to be paid. What we're seeing is a growth, and what people keep telling us is that college is the new pro and high school is the new college when we're starting in this youth market. A growth in just media production that people are watching, that ads are embedded in. Raising Cane's is like a big sponsor. Nike and Adidas are dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into youth sports leagues. The biggest of these companies is Overtime Sports. They built their own high school league, and they just earned 100 million in revenue this year off of their media operations there.
So is ESPN a potential partner or competitor?
We view them as a potential partner. I mean, I don't think they're going to build this internally, right? Like that's not their business. So they'd be best buying us, and we can help them elevate their content to a scale that's impossible for them right now.
Sometimes the leagues have league mandated video production software so that the teams can share data and stuff. How can you break into these leagues that already have a platform in place?
Yeah, so the creators we're working with in the NFL, for example, they use their own software.
These are photographers, independent photographers?
Yeah, so they're self-employed creators, or Pascu Creatives, for example, employs 5 editors that they work with. So they use what they want for the most part, but the NFL could also buy some services that they use with the NFL. So we think working with them as design partners is the way to break in. And they're really excited to use us in their market and then help us expand to the others.
What barriers exist to other companies coming in to do this, using similar sort of AI models around video?
Yeah, so I think for one, our biggest advantage is our team. So the combination of AI experience from CMU and then Lloyd's experience in these media markets. What that's going to let us do is get access to these creators. We know how to work with them, and then we can build that data advantage to lock other creators out. So we're going to really have the scale advantage there by capturing all of that footage that I mentioned.
Could you also connect with international creators? So cricket is a massive global market,
Yeah,
much
so,
bigger than anything here, frankly.
yeah. So our models work on any sport. Right now, we're focusing on basketball and football because those are the biggest in the US. One member of our team, Alice, has been helping us look at some international markets actually, because she's connected to some leagues in China. But that's definitely part of the global expansion we want to do.
Could you just tell us a little bit more about the model? Like what makes your model so efficient at finding the really great content?
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning compared to kind of the industry standard model trained on benchmarks, we're actually 13 times faster with minimal accuracy trade-offs. And what we're doing is we understand that we don't need to be perfect for them. We just need to be good enough, and our creators are happy with that. So we basically do pose estimation, and this is less computing intensive. Then we're training that on right now open source data sets of basketball footage. So it's a little bit different than some of the approaches. What we can also do is use OpenAI and others to check our answers, and that can help us train these proprietary models that are then running more cheaply because we're not running the full foundational model that they're creating on it. So specializing it for sports is what gives us the advantage there.
What's the downside of the proposed model versus? What's the downside, potential unintended consequence as you scale?
It's more so slightly lower accuracy, but like we said, that's okay for us for now. By training these better models, we'll have higher accuracy, and that's how we're going to surpass industry standards. And there's a lot more we want to do actually with more advanced models, but we're following our customers for now.
You said you're building the largest content library. Could you elaborate on that? I mean, are you taking everyone's content and sort of aggregating it into something bigger?
So what these creators are doing is they're self-indexing their content already. Part of our tool helps them index it, and then they're checking their answers. So like I said, there's tens of thousands of these creators. We're going to be the best to work with them. So we're going to have the best data there. And once we're compiling this entire model, part of our agreement with them will
We're
be
going to
that
stop
we
right there.
own the
Yeah.
content.
Thank you. Good job, guys. Good job. Thank you. Thank you.